Hey everyone, I'm Matt.
And I'm Grant.
And welcome to All Around Music Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone.
All right.
First official episode of 2017.
2017. Don't fail me now.
Hopefully it's not a hot garbage fire like 2016 was.
Well, see, we already had the hot garbage fire.
And it's already ruined.
Crap.
See you next year.
Muff cabbage.
Shoot.
We're in like the downward spiral.
Of 2016?
Well, of life.
Oh,
as we know it.
Of life altogether.
Yeah. And we're on fire and everything else is on fire and we're just falling.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Why
not, right?
Hey, while you're in that death spiral, you can get a hold of us on Twitter.
Yes, you can.
It's a All AM podcast.
Send us your hate mail. We'll put it up on the wall.
Don't be weird. We'll block you.
Yeah. Had to do it today.
The guy really didn't even do anything, per se.
He just didn't know how to use Twitter.
I was just creeping us out.
Yeah, like his picture was creepy, and then like his banner on above his page was just a close-up of that same picture of him.
Yeah, if you're a listener, I'm sorry we banned you. You can email us at aampodcast@gmail.com.
Let us know how you feel.
Yeah, let us know. We'll unblock you if you're like not a weirdo.
Yeah. But if you're not a weirdo, I apologize, but you're being weird.
That's what happens when you're weird.
Yeah.
You get blocked. So
Find us on the Facebook too.
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook. So we're on iTunes.
That's true.
Google Play, Stitcher, all that, all of them.
There you might have something else in the works too.
Oh yeah, iHeartRadio. I gotta check our email, see if that's getting confirmed.
That'll be sweet.
I forgot about that.
Then you guys can just stream it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can stream it anyways, but you can stream it on something else besides iTunes, Google, and Stitcher.
So
something more common, I should say.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a goodie.
So yeah, officially 2017.
Woo!
I'm gonna go ahead and say this is gonna be better, but I can't promise you anything.
You just got to keep that optimism, man.
Yeah. Oh man. So what do you got here? We got Coachella. Coachella?
Yeah, I think that's right. I can never remember.
Okay. 2017 headliners have been announced. Radiohead will be Friday, April 14th and 21st. Beyonce, Saturday, April 15th and 22nd. Kendrick Lamar, Sunday, April 16th and 23rd. Passes are on sale as of January 4th. That means they're probably already sold out.
Yep, probably.
So, good luck.
Yeah, have fun if you go. That's something I will never be able to do because it's nowhere close to Indiana.
Where do they do that at?
I think it's in California.
Yeah.
California.
That's what I thought, but
yeah,
I never really paid that much attention to it.
Remember the band Alesana?
No.
Well, apparently 10 years ago, they did some stuff. But they announced on Frail Wings and Vanity of Wax 10-year anniversary West Coast tour.
Another 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, congratulations.
That's pretty cool. I Prevail, which we don't really seem to like too much.
Was that one of those
That's the band
bands?
that did the cover of Linkin Park,
right?
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
They're doing a North American announced North American heading tour.
That was supposed to be headlining.
Oh.
Or heading, just like head bash everything.
Good.
We're here to rock.
They're with Wage.
But not do covers.
Please, God, no. With Wage War, Islander, and Assuming We Survive. Never listened to any of them. But I don't care for
Could you imagine if you went to that show and they finally come out on stage and they open up with Linkin Park's cover?
I would boo the shit out of them.
Yeah. I'd be like, I want my money back.
That's not cool.
No, it's not. Don't do that.
Rock on the Range is sold out for the 5th year in a row. What is Rock on the Range?
That's that one in Columbus, Ohio, that we were talking about going to.
Oh, that is?
Yeah. Okay. Sold out already.
Son of a bitch.
Right?
We don't get to do anything fun.
Nope.
Just sit here and pet my dog.
You doge.
Because she won't sit still.
Right. Ariana Grande is to be featured in Final Fantasy game.
What does that mean? Don't they normally do like original scores and stuff?
I don't know if it didn't really say if it's going to be music or if she's going to be a character.
A character?
Yeah.
She does look like an anime fantasy character.
Yeah, she's in
a lot of fantasies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense, I guess.
Everybody thinks she's Hispanic, but she's actually just really Italian.
Italian, huh?
Mm-hmm. Italian.
Not know that.
Got them Italian.
I did not know that. Interesting. That's a fun fact.
Little FF.
Yeah.
Hashtag FF. Fun fact.
That's a little trivia question there. So.
Be like, did you know Ariana? Shut up, Grant.
That's what we should start doing. Looking up trivia questions that people use.
Ooh.
The music ones, and start giving the answers on the podcast. That
so
way,
like we say the question.
Yeah.
Well, and then just give the answer.
Kind of, but it could be more interesting.
Or just like shout out random answers throughout the episode.
I mean, we can make it more interesting than that.
I mean, we can make it more interesting, Kurt Rabbit! And,
oh. I don't know why that came to mind.
I don't know.
I just know I've done a lot of trivia things at bars before, and there's always music questions.
Well, then there was that game for a while, right? Trivia Crack.
Oh, that game on the phone? That game was kind of fun.
That was fun, but then it got really annoying. Every 5 minutes, someone's like, let's play Trivia Crack. Let's play Trivia Crack.
I saw somebody at work playing it not too long ago. It's still around. Yeah. People still play it.
Or like that, people are still playing that Simpsons game.
I was going to play that when I got my new phone, because now that I
didn't.
I think I downloaded it, and then it sat there and tried to do updates. I'm like, nah. I deleted it.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm never going to play this anyways.
Right. I was like, I got a 32 gig phone now.
Like, oh, I got this game on my phone. I seriously have no games on my phone.
I have a few games now.
I even downloaded Skee Ball, and I was like, damn it.
Hell yeah.
They fucked it up. It's not even fun anymore.
How do you fuck up Skee Ball?
Apparently, they know how to fuck up Skee Ball.
I'm going to have to write a letter.
That's like saying, how do you fuck up coffee? Well, somebody at work today fucked up coffee. It was the worst coffee I've ever had in my life.
I've had some bad coffee. McDonald's is number one for the bad coffee.
It was worse than McDonald's.
Ooh.
Yeah. I took a sip and was like...
If your coffee tastes just like hot dirt water...
Yeah, that's what it was. Hot dirt water.
It's just hot water. And then
I asked the person, I was like, how many scoops of actual coffee did you put in the filter?
Half of one.
I put one. Oh, you put one scoop for an entire pot of coffee.
You need to put at least 7.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? I was like, in kindergarten, did you try to put the square block in the circle hole too? My God, 1 scoop?
Wow. We don't have a community coffee pot at work.
Minimum 4.
I think we used to have one, but I think it became...
Well, we used to have a coffee machine, and it was awesome.
Like a Keurig type thing?
Like a big vending coffee machine.
That's nice.
They took it out.
Why?
Right. You took my cappuccino away.
Bastards.
Pinky's out.
I either make my own or I go to Speedway or Circle K.
It's pretty bad when the gas stations have better coffee than like restaurants.
Yeah, oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But you think about it, they probably sell more coffee than the restaurants.
Oh yeah.
So
probably sell a shit ton of coffee.
Yeah.
Koofy.
I love me a good cup of coffee. Does that mean we're getting old? Did we drink a lot of coffee?
Dude, I've been drinking coffee in the afternoon now because I can't stay awake when I get home from work.
I've done that. I've come home and made coffee before.
I'll come home and be like, I need some coffee. Like just a cup, something.
It's either going to be a coffee night or a beer night.
Right. One of the two is going to keep you up.
Well, coffee keeps me up longer. Beer.
Yeah. Attila part ways with drummer Sean Hennon.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like Attila. They're not too bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like party metal.
I thought Austin Carlile leaves Mice and Men. I thought he did a while ago.
He did, but then he came back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but now he's leaving for the same reason.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad disease that he's got, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Marfan syndrome?
Yeah, I see now that you have that written there.
Yeah, I figured I should put Y.
Yeah.
Marfan syndrome is a genetic disorder that affects the body's connective tissue. Connective tissue.
Oh, you're going to tell me what that
tissue holds all the body's cells, organs, and tissue together.
Man, you just answered all my questions.
Yeah. Apparently his is more like he's having heart problems. So.
Well, that makes sense if it's holding.
I guess it's affecting his singing too. So.
Well, if your heart's not doing good.
Right.
For sure.
That sucked.
That is terrible. And
yeah.
there's nothing they can really do for it, is there?
No.
Is it fatal then? Do you know? I can't
probably
remember.
Eventually.
I read about
it's a genetic disorder. So
I read about him on this, and I don't remember what all it said. If it was
eventually your tissue's going to deteriorate faster than what it.
I know that
he's not going to make it to like 70 or 80 years old.
I know that he said he's in a lot of pain. I think from it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure is what he was saying.
Yeah, that would suck.
Because he was talking about how his fans were wishing him luck, and he was kind of. I mean. He was just kind of like, this is the best it's going to get for me. Like
right.
I'm not going to get better or something. And he said, a lot of pain. That sucks.
That does.
Yeah.
He has one of those unique screams.
Yeah.
That nobody else has. So that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That totes sucks, man.
Totes.
Totes my goats.
Hulu set to be the exclusive streaming destination for Disney classics.
I figured I'd put that in there because a lot of the Disney classics have a bunch of music in them. So
that's just good knowledge to know right there.
Right? Well
Guess what's going to be all over your Hulu feed?
Don't worry, it'll already be there probably.
Do you notice when my girlfriend starts watching Hulu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't watch. I don't watch this stuff. What the fuck?
I don't remember what it was last time she was watching on there. Snooki and JWoww, I think, was one of them.
I got on. I was like, oh, come on. Why are you watching that?
God, it was
She's
terrible.
probably laughing. I'm like, dumb bitches. Remember the band Silent Planet?
Is that the band we just saw?
With August Burns Red?
Yeah.
Silent Planet are having fans pick their set list on their first ever headlining tour. I did it again. I put heading.
I think it might be auto-correcting you there.
How does it not know headlining?
I don't know. I'm sure it does.
Come on, Apple.
They're not. Yeah, this thing does some weird stuff sometimes. Sometimes it'll autocorrect, but it'll add so if say that ends in G, it'll add the G again at the end. So it'll be 2 G's. It'll autocorrect. Everything else will be correct, but it'll have.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's been doing that to me on mine.
But yeah, their first ever and hopefully last headlining tour. My God.
August Burns Red's Messengers vinyl repress has been released, so that's good.
I saw a picture of it. It looks pretty sweet.
I haven't bought a vinyl in a while.
Me either, because I don't even have a record player.
I have a nice little record player now. I've used it since I've lived here a few times because I have all my dad's old records, but I don't buy records. I bought that Thrice limited edition signed one.
Right.
And I think I bought a couple other ones after I got the record player. Like, oh, I'm going to buy
If I had a record player, I'd probably use it a lot.
I don't see the point for new record
right,
records.
But I mean for like older stuff.
Yeah, if it's cool to go and find old stuff.
I have a shit ton of like 45 records.
Oh, really?
But like nothing to play them on. Like bunch of Jackson flat, bunch of Jackson 5, like
that's cool.
Bunch of groups that were on Motown Records and all that stuff.
Oh, nice.
Like I have like a box full, like that long of them.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't unless it's like one of your favorite bands and it's a like
limited edition
collector's thing. I don't see the point. Or if the band went super hipster and recorded everything analog, like old school.
God, that would take forever. Why would they?
You know that would cost so much money.
Oh yeah.
To record the tape now. Right. You better get it right the first fucking try.
Exactly.
Because tape is expensive, and to hire somebody that knows how to edit tape is expensive.
There's a guy actually here in town that knows how to do it. He has an analog system.
Yeah,
That's that Sound Logic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's expensive, though, to do tape.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Paying out the ass.
I would assume probably only like one company makes that shit still.
Right.
Probably Sony or somebody like that.
That one company, and they're making a shit ton off of it.
I don't know if anybody still uses it.
I don't know.
I mean...
All right,
I'm sure somebody's used it.
We're gonna release our new tracks on 8-track. And you're all bankrupt.
Yeah. I don't... That would be crazy to do that. It'd be cool, like...
Right.
To do as, like, somebody working with it, but as a consumer...
It's a horrible idea.
No one's gonna care but the hipsters carrying around...
Exactly. Check it out, man.
Carrying their...
Cool. What are you gonna listen to it on?
Carrying their fucking record players to Starbucks. And you better have a goddamn analog record player. It better not be the new digital ones.
Right.
Because they do have digital
that is
record
not hipster.
players. Yes. Some of the record players are digital now.
My grandma had one of those huge cabinets.
Yeah, my grandma's got one
Had like
of those.
the record player in it, but you had like you could put your,
My grandma's got
your
one of
spirits in there and everything.
Oh, she didn't have that. Hers is just a
Dude,
big,
it was awesome.
Hers is a big... I think it's got a big speaker under it. No, it's got a big cabinet underneath. It's just to hold the records, and then on top is the record player. And
yeah, hers was like long. It didn't.
There must be a speaker in it too.
Yeah, hers had 2 speakers on the end, but it had like a cabinet and then a thing. It like opened up the top, and then there was like 2 things over here where you could put whatever you want.
I want one of those globes that open up.
Yeah.
Your brother has with the booze.
That thing's awesome. He has one, like the globe thing that you're talking about, and the only other place I've seen one of those is in Inglourious Bastards.
Gabby's friend's got one.
Really?
Yeah, she had one. I don't.
I wonder if they make those with like the Death Star. That'd be sweet.
That'd be cool, but I think I'd have to go classic.
Yeah, keep it classy.
Yeah, I do like that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
but it'd have to be made out of wood.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It'd still have to be made out of wood.
Yeah.
Neat.
Get drunk and travel the world. Spin. I'm going here.
Does it spin the other way or just around?
Spins both ways.
Can it spin upside down?
I mean, like flip upside down.
I guess not. You'd have
if you did that, then you have booze everywhere.
Yeah. Well, they need to make it to where the outer.
Drink it. Don't let it go to waste.
I mean, you just gotta start charting your voyages. On it.
I swear I went to Morocco.
Would you like a fine scotch while we plan out vacation?
Well, yes, I would.
Precisely.
Or the would you like a fine scotch?
Oh wow.
It always gets weird.
It is getting weird. Alternative Press Music Awards will return to Cleveland in 2017.
And LeBron will be there, and they'll probably lose.
That'd be cool to go to.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Where do they do it at? Do they do it at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or something?
No, I was reading, and I can't remember what it said.
Is this like? Are there music awards like? So is it like alternative music?
Well, last year
awards?
they did it at Ohio State.
What kind of music are they doing? Just all music?
Yeah, it's.
Oh, I didn't know because there was AP.
Yeah,
so.
the APMAs.
I thought maybe they were doing like because they're metal and punk
right.
and rock and they don't.
Good point. Yeah, they're probably just doing that stuff.
I don't know. That'd be cool if they were doing that stuff. I'd go.
Yeah.
Oh. Foo Fighters are hinting at a U.S. tour.
Yeah.
Right now, they already have a European tour set up.
Ooh,
and according to a picture they put on Twitter, which was kind of following the same theme as their European tour, they had a picture of the United States, and on in California they had like some yellow dots lined up for like maybe where they're going.
And you have them close to Indiana?
No, just California.
For now.
Sure. Ed Sheeran announced new music. Everybody went crazy about that.
Not me, because I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, I don't
really
care
know. For him. He's good, but
yeah, I saw that it was a big deal.
He's like I don't know how to put this. Like chick flick movies.
Yeah.
He's that music in those movies.
Well, if that's not your boat, Avril Lavigne is to release new album in 2017. Also, a little fun fact, she is divorced from Chad Kroeger. I don't know if you knew that or not.
About time she turned her life around.
I don't remember when it said she got divorced from him, but I think it's been for a while now.
That guy must have been devastated. Look at his photograph.
Oh, God. Do you think that song is his breakup music? His own piece of shit song?
You know, I wouldn't put it past him. His name is Chad. That dog. You're going to have to call him again.
Oh, man. So I called Animal Control on Wednesday, and I don't know if they ever went over and said anything. The dog wasn't out until just now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe they're
letting him out. Yeah. It's like 4 degrees outside. Don't leave your dog outside.
Yeah, bitch.
I don't care who you are. It was outside last night barking, though, until about 7:30.
That's still too long.
It's too, yeah. And it's...
Like, you get home from work, you worked all day, and you come home and here's... Yeah.
That right there is what I hear.
Yeah.
All day.
It'd make me want to put a fucking bullet in my head.
How do you, as the owner of the dog, deal with that?
Earplugs?
Like, why would you want to hear your dog?
Maybe the owner's deaf.
They're not. I've met them.
No.
They're just idiots. They're like 50 in their 50s. Like, you're not old enough to know better than to leave your fucking dog outside.
Well, they're in their 50s. Maybe they can't hear them.
No, they can hear them.
Yeah.
Oh, they can hear them. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe I'll be calling Animal Control again. Because it's like, what, 3 degrees outside right now, for one? Yeah. So that's too cold to leave your dog outside. Mm-hmm. And when I called the other day, I was like, there is like a noise ordinance for dogs barking all the time. She's like, oh, yeah, we'll get them over there. Because that's definitely a thing.
They probably called the guy, and he's like, I'm not going over there.
It was still, I called, make sure I called before Animal Control was in their after hours stuff. Oh, yeah. I didn't want to call. I know it was getting close to 8 o'clock. It was like 7-ish, 7 something when I called. Yeah. And I was like, I better call before 8 because if I was that guy on call, I would be kind of mad.
Yeah, because I know what being on call is like.
Yeah.
And like, there's that threshold moment where they can call you.
Yeah.
And then they can't call you. And it's always like 5 or 10 minutes before they can't call you, you get called.
Yeah. And I was like, it was still kind of close to them probably getting off work. But I thought, you can swing by on your way home.
It's like that one time. I'm waiting on 9 o'clock.
Right.
It's 8:59. I'm like, don't ring.
Right. I got called out
Please don't ring. Ring. God, son of a.
I got called out at 7:50 in the morning, right before like actual work starts at 8. And I was like, yeah, we'll just come over after 8. I'm not going to rush myself out of the house.
It's like I'm almost to work.
Yeah. No, it's not getting there any sooner.
Right. Yeah, they would do that to me and be like, oh, I need you to go do this and that. Well, it's 7:30 and I got to be at the shop at 8. So I guess I'll get there about 9.
Yeah.
I just go to the shop and sit there for an hour.
Gotta finish my coffee.
Right. I gotta wake up, man.
Yeah. I had to drive. Today was... this is why I love listening to podcasts.
Right.
Because of how much I had to drive today.
But you hate how much you had to drive today.
So I had to drive to Bloomington.
Why?
Because
God.
Well, I was covering for our guy that was sick that works in Crawfordsville.
That's like 74,000 miles away.
Yeah. So we have the Crawfordsville store.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll cover Bloomington, Indianapolis and Bloomington. Well, one of those guys was sick, so I went to go cover for him down in Crawfordsville. And they had a call in Bloomington. So we drive from here to Crawfordsville, then I go to Bloomington.
God.
It's like 4 or 5 hours of driving today. And it was like a 20-minute job I had to do.
Oh, my God. Really?
Yeah. It was stupid.
Get there. All right. See you later.
Yeah. I was like, is there anything else you need done?
I just drove 4 hours.
Right.
You couldn't just call the local locksmith?
I don't think there was one. I don't know.
In Bloomington?
There's not very many good ones.
Mm.
There's a lot of crap ones. People will pay for us to drive 2 hours.
Wow.
For something because of how crappy. I would think Bloomington would have one.
At least it was an easy day, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I did.
Yeah.
Was drive.
Got to listen to some of those podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of some of those podcasts.
Yeah. We'll get a little promo from them, take a little break, and let you guys listen to what they have to say.
Yes, sir.
This week on the Bro Rons podcast, you'll hear this.
I have never engaged in sexual congress with either of these two gentlemen in any form or fashion.
I am personally offended that you would say that.
I know.
You hurt me to the core.
I know. I'm a heartless slut. I really am.
Think of all those unborn babies being lost to Kleenex and socks. That reminds me of this one time whenever I was 13.
And your socks can stand up by themselves. Listen to the show on Podomatic, iTunes, TuneIn, and Google Play. You can also catch the show at bro-rons.weebly.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Jolitz here. Hope you had a happy new year and you had a ton of fun. Anyway, on the next upcoming Mike Jolitz show, when New Yorkers say Merry Christmas, do they add go fuck yourself automatically or no? Kanye dyed his hair. An idiot won the right to wear goat horns in his driver's license photo. Hillary got 2.9 million more votes than Trump. You're still lost. Eat it. Check it out. Check it out, yo.
Grab him by the pussy.
This week on the Epic Film Guys podcast.
I am very, very upset with 40% of our listeners right now. The poll for our featured actor for January closed. 26 votes in the affirmative for Patrick goddamn Swayze for our featured actor for the month of January. Justin's going to be the one that's going to be setting all these clips, because if I try to, if in my brain, if I Google Patrick Swayze plus acting, it's just going to return 0 results. So, yeah.
Burn. I'll burn you. I'll put you on, I'll set you on fire, throw you into a bonfire, and just watch you roll around in it.
So Grammys are coming up.
Yeah.
Good old Grammys.
Yeah.
2017 Grammys.
I'm not a huge fan of award shows.
I'm not either, but there's like,
yeah,
because you got the Grammys and then Oscars and then Emmys, and those are like the big deal ones.
Yeah, I don't get into them.
But
Leo did win the Oscar last year.
He did, so everything's
okay in the world.
That's why 2016 sucked. He won an Oscar.
Why is that bad?
It just threw everything, like the balance.
Oh, the entire world had to get enough good things built together to give him an Oscar.
Yeah.
That it took all the good away from the rest of the world?
That's what I'm thinking.
That's not what happened.
No.
There was good things that happened in 2016.
More bad than good.
No, there was good things. Nobody reports on good things.
Exactly. Because why would you report on good things?
Because you're an asshole.
There you go.
I'm going to report on those dogs dying next door. I love dogs, but...
Not those.
During our little break, we were stuffing pillows in the window. Well, I was stuffing pillows in the window.
I was standing at the other side of the room drinking beer, watching.
To try and drown out some of the dog barking, and it's not really working. I don't remember when I listened back to the last episode, you could hear him very well or not.
I didn't look for him.
It might not be as noticeable. Maybe we're just calling him out every time. You probably wouldn't even notice it if we didn't say anything.
Yeah.
We probably saw it. It just drives me insane. Don't, because then Sassy will start barking.
Oh, yeah, good point. Yeah, when you let her out during the break, she went out there and she was like...
She went after him.
She was like... Rah, rah, rah. Shut the fuck up! I was like, get him, Sassy. I heard her all the way up here.
Shut the fuck up!
So, they did announce the nominees for the 2017 Grammys.
Yeah.
Now, I would list all the categories and nominees for those categories.
That's about endless, isn't it?
Yeah, if the list wasn't so long.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you why it's such a big deal to me instead. As I was looking through the list of nominees, I noticed something weird. There's an album of the year category, and then there's a record of the year category.
Yeah, we were talking about this one day. And then you dug into it, didn't you?
Yeah, I was a little confused, so I went to Grammy.com.
Yeah.
To see if I could find the difference between those two categories. I scoured the website and couldn't really find anything.
Okay.
So I asked the all-knowing Google, and as expected, Google delivered.
Thank you, Google.
Yes, thank you, Google.
Google. I just watched that the other day.
Album of the Year is awarded to the artist, producer, recording engineer, and mastering engineer of that album.
Okay. Album of the Year is to the artist, producer, and recording engineer and mastering engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Record of the Year is awarded to the performing artist, the producer, recording engineer, and or mixer for that specific song.
So the only difference is they add the mixer.
Yeah.
So why don't they just have an award for the mixing engineers then?
You would think.
I guess that is the
since
award.
They have a billion categories.
I guess that is the award for the mixing engineers, is to get Record of the Year.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like to me.
But I always thought album and record meant the same thing, but I guess I was wrong.
They do.
Well,
what is the definition of an album and what is the definition of a record?
Right? There's no gray area. It's the same thing.
I'm confused.
So after learning this, I became more curious as to how the nominees are selected. I assume there was some kind of voting, but I was only half right.
Well, okay, so this is how I could see it. Album is the work entirely finished. I don't know. The Record of the Year could be a single song, couldn't it?
See, that's what it says. It says for that specific song for Record of the Year.
Because when I think of if you think of the actual definition of record, record.
There's also another category, Song of the Year.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right.
That's why I was like, what is going on?
What's Song of the Year? Do you have that one?
No.
That was something very similar, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're all the same. They're all the same.
Yeah.
So I went back to Grammy.com and was able to find how this is done. This is a direct quote from the website for the voting. It says the process begins with members and record companies submitting entries, which are then screened for eligibility and category placement. The Academy's voting members, all involved in the creative and technical processes of recording, then participate in 1, the nominating process that determines the 5 finalists in each category, and 2, the final voting process which determines the Grammy winners. So after reading that, the confusion was kind of reaching a tipping point. I asked myself, who qualifies as a voting member? So I went back to the website again, and it stated Recording Academy voting members are professionals with creative or technical credits on at least 6 commercially released tracks or their equivalent. These may include vocalists, conductors, songwriters, composers, engineers, producers, instrumentalists, arrangers, art directors, album note writers, narrators, and music video artists and technicians.
Okay.
At first, I was a little angered with how nominees were selected, thinking it's unfair to the people who spend their money on these albums, or however you come to obtain the albums. Legally downloading.
I don't think you get an opinion if you do that.
Right, and that we should be allowed to vote on these categories. But then I thought about how Taylor Swift or Beyonce would win multiple Grammys for the same song, album, or record. Oh, wait. That already happens.
Yeah.
That one year that Beyonce won, 7 Grammys for the same shit?
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because there's so much music out there that is undervalued.
Yeah.
That doesn't get recognized. The mainstream music is all the same, written by 14 different people, produced by another 4 to 8 people, sold by major record companies, and finally performed by strung out artists. I get it. It's impossible to meet the demands of record labels. They want a new album every year. There's no way one person can continuously write music while touring for 4 to 6 months out of the year. Developing music takes time, but not when you have a team of 40 people pumping out song after song to perform, making these 4-chord songs top the Billboard charts, selling millions of albums, then nominating these albums that they worked on, place their votes, and then win a Grammy.
Yeah.
It's sickening when you think about it. And in all honesty, I would rather write my own music and never win a Grammy.
Right. It's ridiculous.
Check this out. I made this art piece. Oh, sweet. Gave myself an award.
Right. Well, it's not just that. It's just, I don't know. The Grammys and stuff, things like this, have nothing to do with actual music.
No.
There's literally nothing to do with music.
It's just producers like, check it out.
Yeah. It's people just,
Look
it's
what I
a
was
big
part
circle
of.
jerk.
It is.
It's
It
just
really is.
one big circle jerk.
There's 3 kinds of people in this world, Grant. Dicks, pussies, and assholes.
And they're all 3 in that.
Yeah.
Just banging each other.
That was the best speech ever.
Yeah, nothing new ever. The Grammys don't ever award. There's never a surprise.
Right. It's always the same.
It's always something you know. They know at the beginning of the year that that's going to win a Grammy.
Yeah.
And you know who it's going to be. You know what. You know that it's going to be this label and this producer and this whatever and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's never news. It's never anything. It's never like, holy crap, somebody just swept the Grammys by a surprise, you know?
Right.
No, it wasn't a surprise Beyonce won 10 fucking Grammys one year or
Taylor
something.
Swift. And
Yeah, it's not a surprise.
Yeah. And of course, Kanye's going to be there and just sit there
Let
and
me
pout
guess,
the whole time.
21 Pilots, aren't they real big right now?
Yeah, they were nominated for a lot.
So they're probably going to win a Grammy this year.
Yeah. Dude, I remember when, like...
If you just Google top whatever artist right now, okay, they're going to win a Grammy. But that really isn't...
Yeah.
That's
You
not
can
fair.
go to the website and it'll show you all the nominees, just Grammy.com.
Yeah. You'll be
And-
disappointed, I'm sure.
Yeah, because it's all the same people.
And it's all pop music, isn't it?
No, they have rock genres and
Yeah,
everything.
but I guess...
But it's all like bands you never really heard of, you know? Like Metallica's nominated for one, but...
Okay, why?
Yeah.
Why? See, why is Metallica winning Grammys? They're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, they're good musicians.
They're part of the mainstream now. That's
They're-
the thing.
They're pretty much cock rock to me at this point.
Well, just like Blink-182's nominated.
Yeah,
for
that
California.
pissed me off. It's a terrible album.
It's all mainstream stuff. That's all it is.
Is there... Do they even have categories for stuff that's not so mainstream? I know they have metal categories and stuff, but like Metallica's a metal, aren't they?
Categorized as rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I know like Ghost won last year. They won some Grammys.
Yeah.
And I actually
Well,
like
there's
them.
that one year Lamb of God won a Grammy.
Yeah.
I think the only thing outside of rock that I saw was best live metal performance or something like that. There were so many categories. It was ridiculous. Like, how long is this award ceremony?
It's pretty, well, it's not all in one.
Right.
It's not all in one location. So like the televised version is in its own thing. Well, it might be one giant theater. It might be kind of like multiple.
You're like, oh, here's your award, but you're not gonna be on TV.
Yeah, there's because when the Ghost band,
Yeah.
that I just started listening to them recently because of Dana.
Right.
She's always posting stuff about it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I gotta check them out. So they won Grammys, and I think they performed at the Grammys, but it was at the other
Oh, like
thing.
another location.
It wasn't the televised version of the Grammys.
Well, of course not.
It was the Grammys for that other genres.
Christian people watching that be like, what is this? What is that?
Yeah, but I think they performed. I think they performed at that. I know they won some.
Yeah.
But so there's a non-televised version, and then there's the pop and Taylor Swift and Beyonce and Kanye.
Oh, look at us.
Kanye taking the microphone away version.
Give me that microphone, bitch.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, it's just all TV bullshit.
Yeah, I tried watching it one year. I'm like, oh my god.
It's just a big reality TV show at this
Yeah,
point. Every
that-
year we have one
That's
big
all it
reality
is.
TV show.
People bickering. It's like, shut up. Take your Grammy and just fuck off.
Yeah. It's, oh, I won the Grammy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look, I have 7. I'm gonna make them all make out.
It's the same as the Oscars. I watched this thing talking about how people win Oscars, and it's pretty
Yeah.
much just one big circle jerk of
That's all it is.
giving gifts to the people that vote.
Yeah.
I bet the same thing goes on for the Grammys. That just doesn't say
Grammys, Oscars, Emmys.
because they know
Yeah.
who the people are that are voting. It's not a
Right.
secret, and then they take them out to dinners and they give them things.
Yeah.
I watched. Have you ever seen that Adam
Ooh,
Ruins Everything?
A diamond dildo. What is it?
The Adam Ruins Everything TV show. It's I think he did it online. I think he did. I don't know if it was YouTube or he was online too. But now it's a TV show. But he did an Oscars episode, and it talked about how he talked about one year so and so.
She walked under the chair and like her back rubbed against my butt, and it freaked me out. I was like, "What's under there?"
Come on, Sassy.
It's my danger zone.
So he talked about how they go out and they just smooze the people that vote, and that's how you win Oscars, pretty much. For the most
It's
part.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's all fucking lies.
It's all shit.
So really, if you're an artist out there and you think I want to win a Grammy one year, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not even worth it, in my opinion.
No, I don't think it is.
No.
The artist has nothing to do with the Grammy, really. I mean,
Yeah, it's all like the record label reps and
unless you are the artist, unless you're some
producers and everything. Like, oh yeah, check it out, man! I got a Grammy.
Unless you're the rare artist that wrote, produced. I wouldn't say recorded. You don't have to be the recording engineer. That's different. But if you're the artist that wrote and produced the song and performed it and you won an award for it, awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, that's fucking badass.
But other than that...
But if you're winning a Grammy for a 4-chord song that 20 people wrote...
Yeah. You know, I get that. It's kind of a tough spot because I understand that when you get big, when you get, huge even...
Right, I mean, that's the dream for everyone, but
you will run into where you can't get songs written. You're busy.
Oh, yeah.
You're
There's
busy
no way.
doing all these things, and
yeah, because you're out touring
and the label expects you to have songs for the next album. I understand you might need writers to help you with that. That's not such a big deal as long as it doesn't take 4 writers to come up with the song that has 4 lines.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's songs out there that have multiple writing credits that are literally repeating the same line over and over in the song. Oh, yeah. Like, how?
It's just, like, 4 words all the way.
Yeah, so you had one person come up with the words. So
Right.
what, is it each... So are they calling... Maybe they're saying, like, each writer for each instrument or part of the track? I don't know how that works.
Well, see, I was...
But when that...
I was curious, so I listened to, like, some of this stuff. I went and checked it out, like, everybody's... big on the Weeknd, and everything.
I don't like the Weeknd.
The guy with his weird hair.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I listened to his hits, and I'm like, yeah, it's not bad, but it's not something I'm going to listen to all the time,
No.
Well,
and I think, I don't know about him, but, some of this stuff is like club music.
Yeah, like,
yeah. And why is that winning awards?
Good point.
Because, there's... Why is it winning awards? Why aren't the real club people, like, there's, like, DJs that make great club music.
Right.
Why aren't they just getting the awards? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like Daft Punk and
all
those guys like that.
That kind of stuff.
That should be winning awards. Not the...
Daft Punk, actually, I just listened to something about them.
Not the R&B vocals over,
It was a random thing, and they brought up Daft Punk for some reason I was listening to, and they actually were talking about how they were really good musicians, and some of the stuff they wrote, like, they didn't just do electronic stuff in their songs and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I have to go back and figure out where I listened to that and do it again, because it was really interesting, and now I forgot. But
it was so interesting that I forgot.
That happens. I think we should go through and see what's nominated this year and see how many credits they have for writers and everything else, and see what...
That list, it's...
Maybe not all of them, but some of the big ones.
Yeah,
I'd like to see.
I'll just pull it up really quick.
I guess it's probably a pretty big list of stuff, but... I'd like to go through and see some of this and see what's credited for what, and see how many names repeat. I bet there's quite a few names that repeat.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
I got a good oh my god, clickbait websites. Just give me the answers.
I was gonna say
here
something,
we go.
I forgot.
This is on Billboard's website.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah, the pop-ups are ridiculous.
Oh.
Okay, so
I hope Steve Jobs is rolling over in his grave.
He probably is. Like, as you can see, it just keeps going
Can I see
and
that?
going and going.
What do you got going on there? What's that?
That's
the
on the
Grammy
Billboard.
nominations?
Yeah.
On Billboard's website?
Yeah, so if you just type in 2017 Grammys, it'll...
So I think maybe sometime we'll look up...
So, like, for Song of the Year, Formation by Beyonce, Khalif Brown, Ashton Hogan, Beyonce Knowles, and Michael L. Williams II. Those are the songwriters. So this is for Song of the Year, but it lists all the writers and everything.
I just don't understand why it takes 16 people to produce a song.
Yeah, so you got Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best New Artist, Best Pop Vocal Album, Best Pop Solo Performance,
who's
Best Pop
nominated
Duo
for-
/ Group Performance,
Who's nominated for Best New Artist?
Best New Artist,
Yeah.
Kelsey Ballerini, The Chainsmokers, Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper's gonna win it.
He's not new, though, is he?
I didn't think he was new, but if he's in there, he's gonna.
That's what I was curious. Where did they get this idea that... How are they
Maren
new?
Morris, Anderson .Paak. Like,
Wait.
the only one I've heard is Chance the Rapper.
We might have to look into this more. Like, what makes you a new artist? Because these aren't new artists.
Right.
These people have been around for years. So what puts them in the Best New Artist new to the Grammys? You know what I mean?
Like the Grammys, it's so shady. It doesn't make any sense.
Because you know that, like, Chance the Rapper has been rapping probably
Right.
for the past 20 years.
Yeah, because he took a chance, you know?
But what makes him a new artist? Because he's
Right.
not new.
And see, then you got Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album.
What is that? What is a traditional pop? Backstreet Boys?
See, this says Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson,
That's not pop.
Barbra Streisand.
What?
Then it has Best Dance Recording,
Willie Nelson is country.
Best Dance / Electronic Album, Best Contemporary Instrumental Album,
I'm going to get mad.
Best Rock Performance, Best Metal Performance, Best
who's in-
Rock Song, Best Rock Album, Best Alternative Music Album, Best R&B Performance, Best Traditional R&B Performance,
Which one's Blink-182 in?
Best R&B Song, Best Urban Contemporary Album, Best R&B Album, Best Rap Performance, Best Rap / Song Performance, Best Rap Song. Oh my God, this is... Okay, you know how the writers on... Okay, listen to this. All the way up, Joseph Cardigan, Edward Devati,
What's this?
Shandell Green, Kareem Carbuch, Andre Christopher...
Get some easier pronounced names.
Right? Oh shit, Fat Joe!
Fat Joe?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was still
Oh, it's by
around.
Fat Joe and Remy Ma featuring French Montana and Infrared. French Montana.
Yeah, he's been around
Like,
for a
look.
little while.
Best rap song. These are all the writers. Look at that.
For one song?
No, there's multiple songs
Oh.
there, but then you got Best Rap Album, Best Country Solo Performance, Best Country Duo / Group Performance, Best Country Song, Best Country Album, Best New Age Album,
Hold on, stop.
Best Improvised Jazz Solo.
Is the Grammys like everybody gets a trophy type thing?
I think it is. Best Jazz Vocal Album, Best Jazz Instrumental Album, Best Large Jazz Ensemble Album, Best Latin Jazz Album, Best Gospel Performance / Song, Best Contemporary Christian Music Performance / Song, Best Gospel Album, Best Contemporary Christian Music Album, Best Roots Gospel Album, Best Latin Pop Album, Best Latin Rock, Urban, or Alternative Album, Best Regional Mexican Music Album. Like, now I just feel like they're making shit up. Best Tropical Latin Album, Best American Roots Performance.
Wait, the Roots the band or
No, just Best American Roots Performance.
Oh.
Best American Roots Song. Best
Well, you'd have to ask the Roots.
Best Americana Album, Best Bluegrass Album, Best Traditional Blues Album, Best Contemporary Blues Album, Best Folk Album, Best Regional Roots
Matt,
Music
I'm gonna
Album.
stop you right there.
Please stop me. Please stop. It just keeps
I'm
going.
gonna stop you like Kanye did. Stop.
I gotta catch my breath. Look, it's not even over. Look how much more there is. It's just pages and pages and pages.
Oh my God! Everybody gets a trophy.
Oh, there's the bottom.
Gonna stop you right there.
Nope. Click here for more. God!
No, don't click it. So, one thing we didn't talk about.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What? The last one
What?
is Best Music Album. don't get it.
What were all the other ones?
Oh, look, best music video, Beyonce again.
What's the best music album? What's that one?
Oh, wait, my bad. It says best music film. But still, that...
Best music album.
Oh, I've actually seen this one.
What?
I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, that Steve Aoki
Oh, yeah.
DJ.
I haven't seen that yet. I haven't heard about it, though.
The Beatles, 8 Days a Week, the touring years. Lemonade, Beyonce.
Oh,
The Music of Strangers, Yo-Yo Ma and the Silk Road Ensemble.
okay.
Yeah, it's just like...
It's a circle jerk.
It is. It's everybody gets an award. They should have Oprah hosts. They'd be like, you get a Grammy, and you get a Grammy.
I wonder when they'll do podcasts. Maybe we can get one. Best shittiest podcast of the year, all around music.
Yes! At least we got one, bitches.
Best shittiest podcast
Best,
ever.
worst, shittiest podcast.
Most generic titled podcast. All around music.
Hey, keep it simple, man.
I actually like it.
I do.
So one thing we didn't talk about was New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, night, whatever you want to say.
Oh, God.
Mariah Carey.
See, I haven't watched it yet.
I watched part of it. She was lip syncing.
The best thing that came out of New Year's Eve performances was fucking Lionel Richie.
I didn't even see that.
That was the shit.
We didn't watch it.
I watched it. I went into the living room, sat down on the couch, and watched fucking Lionel Richie.
We were playing Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, I left.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, I must have been drunker than I thought.
I looked over, I was like, what? Is that fucking Lionel Richie? And I went and sat in the living room and watched it.
I never paid attention. I barely remember the ball drop.
Oh, nice.
I guess I was drunker than I thought.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Those Jello shots, man.
Good thing I had a DD. I came home, passed out. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Champagne Jello shots.
Oh my God.
They're delicious.
Well, not the regular champagne Jello shots.
The watermelon one was delicious.
But the regular ones.
I had something. She said ones that were the vodka and champagne.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. It's your sister.
Vodka.
It's your sister-in-law.
Yeah. All the food there. Oh my God.
I know. Was she mad that we didn't eat all the food?
No, she brought it over to my house the next day. I was like, yes!
Because the next day I was thinking we didn't really eat that much food.
I had a shit ton of that food.
I didn't.
Those little pinwheel things. Oh my God.
I kind of felt bad because I was like, normally I pig out when I'm over there, but I didn't this time.
She had so many cookies.
Yeah, she had a lot of stuff. I should have just stuffed my pockets before I left, but I was at that point. I
wake up the next day. Why are my hands all sticky?
Fuck yes.
Cookies for breakfast.
Normally I'm pigging. Normally every time I go over to their house, I'm just eating constantly.
Yeah, like I said when I was over, I was like, every time I come over, it's like a restaurant. It's insane.
It's like
but
the one
awesome.
time that I didn't eat the whole time.
It's so awesome every time. Oh, and the dip with the bacon and the cheddar.
Did I have that? I don't know.
The Southwest Ranch dip.
The one she always makes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, you got to make that or Grant's going to set the house on fire.
I did have some of that.
Yeah, I had a lot of that.
I didn't have any of the little sliders that she made, though. I never made one. I was going to, and then I just got drunk and didn't do it.
Yeah, that's what happened.
We got busy. We got there. The thing is, we kind of started late.
You got there before I did.
I know, but we got there at like 8 o'clock. And normally I'm like partying like 5 p.m. and,
yeah,
and on.
Normally I start before 5 p.m.
But we were, yeah. But that day...
So that way I can get drunk and pass out by 11.
Yeah. Well, so that was the thing. I was like, well, I can't go and start earlier. I'm going to be passed out before midnight.
Right.
And we weren't really feeling it that night. I was just getting over a cold and everything.
Right.
And I was like, well, I already told them we're going, so we got to go. You know, I mean, we're going. So then we went at 8 o'clock. I figured everybody would start to get there.
Well, I was aiming for 8 o'clock.
That's what I thought, but, you know, whatever.
But got there about 9.
It was a good time, though.
Yeah, yeah. It's always a good time.
So, I promised.
So.
In 2017.
Yes.
I'd bring the weird back.
Yes, the weird is back. Conspiracies.
So, well, this time now... I'm not just focusing on conspiracies per se, but just weird shit.
Ah.
So
bringing the weird.
And you might be asking yourself why I'm listening to a music podcast and we're talking about
gotta keep it fresh.
This week, aliens. Well, you know what? It's our show and we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want.
Right.
So
it gives you a little break from the music, though.
Yeah, and you know, there's always more to talk about than I mean, this is my shit.
Is it about to go like down a weird rabbit hole?
This one's not so. This one's weird. Okay, So
You actually sent this to me. I'm gonna click the link so I know what you're talking about.
yeah, I didn't copy it. I just put my links here that I can go to. The first one led me to the second one.
I always love it when that happens.
It actually led me to more than that, but I only put these two down. So let me go to it here.
You going to the first link?
Yes. Little gray alien photographed in Washington. In Ellensburg, Washington, so Washington State, a resident believed that he was able to capture an unusual intrusion in his home. The man claims that he was video chatting with a friend one night when the camera captured an alien-looking figure. So this is where I kind of...
Whoa, I just got a glimpse.
So
okay.
This is actually the first time I've had it on the bigger screen.
Oh, dude, I got like goosebumps.
So, first of all, I kind of questioned the story because he said my bedroom light was out, but he just said he was video chatting with a friend. How do you video chat with no light?
Yeah, why would you? Oh my god.
But,
dude, this thing's creepy.
But it doesn't. So he says his bedroom light was out, and
dude, like,
oh no, I'm sorry. My bedroom light was out, but my bathroom light was on, so I could see the computer.
It's still
different, but I don't know. Maybe we don't know his house layout. It might be the best lighting for video chatting.
You know what the best lighting for video chatting is? Is if you turn the light on.
Maybe he was doing a different kind of video chat.
Oh, like the let's play Who's in My Mouth, like when you turn all the lights off.
So he said the screenshot shows a short, round-shaped humanoid on a dark, pixelated background. They put a picture on here, and I'll put the links in the show notes.
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture right now.
You see it, and you can say right now, I can tell you right now, that's not a dog.
No.
Because it's got a weird shape.
You can see eyes, and they're like
yeah, you can see like an eye type thing going on.
They're lined up perfectly with each other. They're not all like...
You see a round head and maybe a shoulder. It's definitely not a person. It's weird. That's hard to mistake for something. So
how did he sleep that night? I wouldn't have.
I probably didn't. I would have left.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck this.
So it says the window and curtains are to the right of the picture. This is
okay.
This whatever had to be right behind me, he said, adding that a follow-up investigation determined it was a gray alien. It's not clear whether MUFON, which is the what is the acronym for that? Mutual UFO Network.
I thought they were trying to spell muffin.
No, MUFON is the Mutual UFO Network. They're like worldwide network of investigators for UFO phenomenon. Yes, I almost thought about becoming a member at one point, but I don't really understand what to do. So it says it's not clear whether or not the organization was in charge of the investigation. So it's odd. The Washington resident also claimed seeing odd things in the house recently, including an unknown tall man that stared. I think is what that's supposed to say.
Or startled.
Either startled or stared. It says started, but
started his daughter.
Started his daughter. Don't be starting my daughter.
Can you go in there and start my daughter?
As she stood in front of a fireplace.
I think that's supposed to be startled.
Could be, yes. And he said waking up to a 50-pound marble tabletop moved and a loud bang, seeing shadows. His friends also said that they've seen UFOs flying towards Mount Rainier. I don't know how to say that. So
wait, what state was this in?
This was in Washington State.
Okay.
So then this led me to this other link here.
Wait, it says last year a man released.
Yeah, that's the next
the same
link.
thing?
Yep, no, that's the next link.
So I can just click that on the website, huh?
Yep, that's what we got here. So, gray alien shows up outside of man's bathroom, makes bubble sounds. Yeah, this was in Oxnard, California.
Oxnard?
I guess Oxnard, I don't know. A man released footage of what he thinks could be a gray alien peeking through the bathroom's window in his home in Southern California. So the video's on here, and I kind of had trouble seeing the thing. It doesn't really look like much of anything.
Is there sound, or is it? Wait, what the?
It's right there.
Right.
But you can't really make anything out of that. I don't see anything, do you?
It looks like reflection from the light.
He said it would disappear. It would come and go as he turned and looked at it. I don't see much of anything.
I don't see it because
this is also if you notice, this is a video of a video. Somebody is videotaping their computer screen.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to see. You can see something moving in the corner, a blob, mass, shadow, but something. He's also, there's no definition to that.
But like you said, he's recording it, like he's using his phone to record it off the screen of the laptop or whatever.
Yeah.
So any of that movement could be a reflection from something in the background behind him while he's recording.
Well, I would assume that this is in the original video, the shadow thingy. And because this guy's videoing what he thinks is an alien peeking in his window, I get that. But
yeah, I mean, I see it, but
I don't see any detail to it. It just looks like a white. You can see right there. There's white showing.
Yeah.
Like it's not very detailed.
No, I don't believe it.
So
the first one was more convincing than that one.
It gets deeper if you keep going. Just keep clicking the links. This one I just decided not to. I wasn't gonna add to the show because it wasn't the same thing. Those were both supposedly videotaping.
What he calls an extraterrestrial being operating a hovering device.
Yeah, that's very weird. This one's about seeing a light or something in Florida. Well, I don't know. I don't necessarily believe that aliens are looking through people's bathroom windows.
Right.
It's not really my cup of tea.
Well, speaking of weird things in space and our local news station WLFI, which is awful.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I watch it they posted a thing on Facebook that said we picked up a radio signal that came from 3 billion light years away.
Yeah, there's a few news stations ran that article.
I don't think these news stations know how space travel works.
So I read it, and I guess it's a radio signal type thing that we've been picking up for a while now.
Yeah, but it took 3 billion light years to get here.
Right, but they've pinpointed where it's coming from, they think.
Right.
They pinpointed what part of the galaxy or something that it's coming from.
But it took 3 billion years to get here.
Right.
So chances are whoever sent that or whatever, they're dead.
Well, yeah. Well, they think, when I was reading it, they think it's just the sounds of a star or something.
Exploding.
Yeah, something like that.
Supernova and
They're never going to say aliens. I was listening to a thing yesterday, I think it was. Or today. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. And it was a podcast. Yeah, it was yesterday while I was at the gym, I think. They were interviewing this guy that says he's an alien. He's an alien from outer space. It was so confusing.
Let's get some DNA going.
And I'm thinking, like, they were interviewing him, like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, this guy's an alien. I was like, let's back up a minute here.
Let's back up a minute. Let's get some blood.
And the thing is, the guy is like...
Let's look at the DNA structure.
I guess like he's a well-known like actual scientist. He's worked with NASA and shit. And now I'm wondering, like, did you... What?
Right.
Like, he's like...
Why would you say that?
He's like, it took me a long time to figure it out, but finally I figured it out. I'm an actual ET. And he was talking about how when he was a kid, he knew, he was really good with science and stuff. And,
so were a lot of other people.
Yeah, but I guess he was talking about how he always knew the knowledge, but he had to experience the... He's like, I always knew what I knew, but I had to experience it to realize that I knew it or something. So, like, he didn't actually ever learn anything. He just, as soon as he, like, heard about something, he knew, like, oh, I know this and how this works. And then he said that he had memories of... So this is where it lost me. This is where it lost me. So he said, I come to realize that I had memories of something like he had memories of being on a spaceship and volunteering to go to Earth to be somebody that comes here to help us. But he said earlier in the interview that he was adopted. He was left on a doorstep somewhere and was adopted by a family after being found by somebody. So, like, he was an orphan. He was an orphaned baby that was found by somebody and then raised by an adopted family. But then he says, I have memories of being on a spaceship and volunteering to do this thing. And then I thought at last minute I didn't want to do it. And I remember them saying, well, you can't back out now. And they leaving him here. But he never explained how he became a human child.
Yeah.
Like, how do you have memories as an ET being doing this, and then you become a human child with no memories of it? Why would you lose your memory? Like, why would you come here and become a human baby with no memory of what you were supposed to do?
Yeah.
I was confused.
I see where that would lose you.
You didn't lose me at saying he was an alien.
Because I'm over here, I'm like, what?
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was real weird. So, I'd have to say...
I like how you have it titled on the sheet, Weird Shit.
Yeah. So, I'm going to bring it back for 2017. I'm going to try to have something each week. It's a little weird and odd. Next week, I'm going to talk about the Black-Eyed Children. Well, you'll find out next week. It's a thing that happens. I don't really want to give it away.
Oh.
But...
Oh, for next week?
Yeah,
conspiracy?
for next week. It's a creepy thing that a lot of people have reported. There's actually a lot about it, so I don't know how much I'm going to go into it, but we'll see what kind of time we have next week.
All right.
So,
dude, you got me interested in, like, I want to know what you're going to, I want to know.
Well, you can Google it.
No, I'm gonna let
you gonna wait?
I'm gonna let the suspense build.
All right. This is like something, because there's a lot of books about it. I might actually order a book about it at some point.
Feed the noggin.
Yeah, and did you know I'm just going to probably go ahead and say it the week after that. Have you ever heard of the real Men in Black?
Yes.
I think we need to get into that at some point.
Yeah, because every time I read about it creeps me the fuck out.
It is creepy.
Yeah.
So we might have to get into
There's
that.
There's videos, too.
Oh, there's videos?
Yeah.
Ooh, I've only listened to like some of these other podcasts talk about it. And
there's videos and shit.
I've yet to look into it.
Yeah, it creeps me out every time.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
It's gonna creep you out.
I've heard where people tied the Black-Eyed Kids and the Men in Black together.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard things where that kind of goes hand in hand.
There's some weird shit out there.
There's so many reports of these things that it's ridiculous. I was listening to this thing today about UFO. They were just talking about just general like UFO sightings and getting the government, because when people report things to the government, it gets put into a file.
Right.
So like if you were a pilot, and sometimes pilots do report to the FAA about a UFO, it's supposed to get put into a file. Or when the military does this or that, there's files for it. And the CIA looking into stuff. People say CIA is looking into this and that.
Right.
So they're talking about people getting these Freedom of Information Act requests, and they're filing them, and they'll get back one that's been redacted a whole bunch of times about stuff. Oh, yeah. And that's typical through places like the CIA and stuff. You're going to get a redacted file back.
Yeah.
So then after so many years, they'll go back and they'll request it again. After, 10, 20 years, it shouldn't be classified anymore. Right. Usually that stuff gets declassified. And they'll say, oh, we can't find that file. We lost it. And it happens. And it seems to be a common trend with everything UFO related. The file gets lost.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, this is ridiculous. Like, how do you lose these files? Like, everything, we're requesting these files and you're losing them. And they're like, what? You say that the aliens are not a real thing and they don't exist, and it's just nonsense to think that they're real. But yet you do everything you can to lie and cover up the fact.
I think it's nonsense to think they're like
not real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do to a point. I don't want to necessarily say that they're coming to Earth and abducting people and doing this other shit.
No.
Like maybe at one point in time, but now I don't.
You gotta think of it this way: the closest galaxy to ours is the Andromeda Galaxy.
Yeah.
And it's 10 million light years away.
Yeah.
At one point, it's going to collide with our galaxy. No one knows what's going to happen.
We're going to die.
Yeah. It's either going to... Both galaxies are going to rip apart and be destroyed, or it's going to become a super galaxy. Super galaxy.
Like...
But you got to think of it. We're just a tiny speck, man. Seriously.
I know.
We're a tiny speck.
Just the Milky Way, there's... I don't know how many...
Yeah, it was like
planets,
10. It was like 10 billion stars or something like that.
I didn't realize. I never knew
Just in
growing
the
up
Milky Way.
the Milky Way was that big. Because when you're a
Right.
child, did you learn astronomy? At least at our age, when we were children, we learned astronomy.
Yeah.
I thought the Milky Way was our 9 planets.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought the Milky Way was.
Well, they kind of made you think that.
The
when you're
because
in grade school.
when you're in grade school, you learn your 9 planets around the
Right.
sun.
And that's it.
And that's it. And
You
that's
can't-
what I thought the Milky Way was.
It makes sense though. You can't tell a child that age be like,
right.
oh, dude, 9 planets? No, that's not it.
Yeah, that's what. Well, in the Milky Way, I thought that was the Milky Way, and
Right.
I thought that. So then I thought galaxies or whatever were that small, or it was just 9 planets
yeah.
around a star, and that was the entire Milky Way.
Right.
Well, no, the Milky Way is gigantic.
I'll tell you
And-
another thing you could look up that you might want to talk about. It's called the Drake equation. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of it. I can't remember what it is.
There's a documentary on Netflix. It's just called the Drake equation.
Yeah.
And this guy back in the 60s came up with this equation to prove the chances of life elsewhere.
Yeah.
And so basically they take this data that they've collected, they study certain stars with a telescope, and they can tell when there's like a flash and they just watch the star for like a certain amount of days.
I've heard about that.
And they'll see like
That's
a dip
how they do it with one of the
and
new
the dip
telescopes.
in the light.
Yep.
But if they see more than one dip in the light, then they know it's a planetary system like ours.
Mm-hmm.
And the chances of that life being there are
And they
pretty
can-
high.
Yeah.
But the equation, it factors in like intelligence. It's a short equation, but it's so hard to remember
Yeah.
because there's so much information in that equation.
I think I know kind of know
But-
what you're talking about.
It's really interesting.
Well, I heard today because it was something like if there's, what was it, like 100 billion planets in a galaxy and a billion of those are in the habitable zone.
right.
And then the chances of one of those planets having intelligent life on it is like, it's pretty high. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, here it is. The Drake equation is used to estimate the number of communicating civilizations in the cosmos, or more simply put, the odds of finding intelligent life in the universe. N equals the number of civilizations in the Milky Way galaxy whose electromagnetic emissions are detectable.
yeah.
Um,
What I think would be the problem with any, at least as far as I understand how everything, I mean, yes, there's probably another planet out there with intelligent life on it, but to get from there to here, you have to go faster than the speed of light.
right. So here's the equation.
Okay.
It
You'll
tells
have to
you
send that to me.
it tells you what everything means.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to look at that after the show, but
Yeah, the documentary's on Netflix. It's only like 48 minutes.
nice.
You'll have
So
to watch it.
when you think about it, you're 100 light years away.
Right.
That's 100 years going light speed.
Yeah.
How do you travel through space? Even if we had the technology to make an engine that could propel a spaceship that fast, how do you do it without going that fast and ripping yourself apart by hitting space debris?
It's a good point.
That's where I'm kind of like, yes, we could come up with some sort of propulsion system that could move us that fast through space. But how do you do that and not hit even?
Maybe it's because you're moving so fast that it changes the actual matter of.
I don't know. Because if
your
you
body.
think about it, if you're moving that fast and you hit a piece of dust,
Right.
it would rip through your.
But if you're moving that fast, that dust is going to be nothing.
But you're gonna be moving at the speed of light through a piece of dust. It's gonna rip through your thing.
Yeah, but if you're moving that fast, like Matt,
Because in space, there's no, they wouldn't push it out of the way.
right?
As far as I understand, there's nothing like a wind, that would push it out of your way.
It would literally be like putting your fist through the wall, but just going straight through with nothing breaking, basically.
You don't think that wall would go through your fist at that speed? Like,
Well, you'd be going through, but nothing would break because you're going so fast.
yeah, but a small rock in space. If you think about it, you're going that fast. A small rock hitting your spacecraft
Well, yeah, you would think.
would you would hit it and it would come into your spaceship.
Right, you would think.
That's how I would think about
Yeah.
it. But that's where I'm
But
kind
at
of
that
lost.
point where you're moving so fast, the laws of physics, they're going to be completely different.
Yeah, I know. That's
So-
where I'm kind of like, yeah, there might be these planets out there, but how do you travel from A to B? And then there's that whole thing with like wormholes. Well, maybe you could use create a wormhole and use a wormhole and get there and
Yeah.
or whatever.
Space is crazy, man.
Space is crazy.
I love it. It's so awesome.
We could talk about this for hours.
Oh, I could. Like, a lot of people are just like, oh, that stuff's stupid. But the fact that, like
now that I think about it, we
when you-
probably should have done a podcast about it.
yeah, when you can't, what makes it fun for me, like talking about space, is just trying to wrap your head around it.
Yeah.
And like, it's hard, but when you finally do, you're like,
You can't wrap your head around it because there's always something
right.
crazy. Or
But when you start to understand it, you're like, oh.
As far as we know, space is infinite, and that in itself blows my mind.
Okay, you've heard of the multiverse theory?
Yeah.
You know, there's infinite universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's this,
I mean, the multi-galaxy. Like, you've heard multi-galaxy theory. There's like infinite galaxies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, there's the multi-universe theory.
Right, where there's a version of you sitting on this side of the table and me sitting on that side of the table.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, if you zoom out of all of space and you think of it as like round, like Earth, you know.
Okay.
But it's connected to another universe, and then another, and then another, and another, and another.
Uh-huh.
Just how small that makes you feel, just like always blows my mind.
So that guy that was talking about how he's an alien
Mm-hmm.
said something in his interview that made sense. Well, not made sense, but made me think. And it was that he said, because I can't remember the reasoning why he said it, but because of something and something, the Earth is starting to vibrate at a different frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And that means we're moving into the fourth and fifth dimension or something, is what he said. And that's kind of crazy because, you know, all the dimensional thing is kind of goes with the multi-universe thing, and it's insane. And if you think about it, if the Earth is starting to move into another dimension, it could make sense because we start to see more and more alien sightings, and we start to not even just aliens, but paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
Ghosts
Right.
and this and that and Bigfoot.
Hey, I believe it.
and-
Ghost thing.
right? And you start to think, well, we don't know what ghosts are. That could be another dimension. That could be...
Right.
It's crazy to think about these things and
Yeah.
how we could be... Essentially, there's just things we
See,
can't
I've always
perceive.
thought, like, you know, we're all going to die.
Yeah.
I've always thought, everybody's like, oh, we're going to die and go to heaven. We're
No.
going to go to hell. I've always thought, what if when you die, you wake up?
Well, the theory is, I guess, that your conscious never dies. You go somewhere.
Right. So what if when you die, you wake up and you're like, shit, that was a crazy dream.
But what do you wake up into?
Like, you just put in 75 years of time into 8 hours of sleep.
But then you wake up into another body,
Yeah.
into another planet, essentially. That's
Multiverse.
That's interesting. Yeah. It's like at the end of Men in Black where they kick open the locker and they're inside of a locker of a
Yeah. You're like, what?
Yeah. It's insane to think about.
It is.
There's so many different things. I mean, there's just so many things that we already know that as humans we can't, like, there's different light spectrums that we've made technology that can see that we can't see.
Right.
So it's insane to think that there isn't different things that we just haven't made the technology to perceive yet. So I guess we should probably just leave it there for the week.
Yeah, we're getting really deep.
So yeah, next week we'll have something else. I'm bringing the weird 2017. So yeah.
Yeah, find us on Twitter.
Yep.
All I am.
All I Am podcast.
You're like, my brain's so scrambled right
My
now.
brain's scrambled.
Facebook, all around music podcast.
You can send us an email, AAM
Yeah.
podcast at gmail.com.
Doesn't have to be music. You just want to talk.
If you want to talk about some weird shit,
Yeah.
that was what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. You see where that went.
Yeah, get a hold of us. Subscribe. Give us a review on iTunes.
Please.
Google Play, Stitcher, all of that. I use Pocket Cast on the iPhones. That's a good app. We're on there. So, yeah. Thanks for listening.
See you around.